School shootings have been more on the minds of children, families, and education leaders in Connecticut since the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting 10 years ago. Psychologist Dr. Laura Saunders tells me tragedies like the Texas school shooting amplify emotions for those in Connecticut communities where gun violence is more prevalent.
We here in Connecticut have a direct connection to this type of school shooting and gun violence.
Another shooting on the minds of Connecticut children and families, this time in Uvalde, Texas.
This is particularly touching or emotional for many people in this state, even though it's been 10 years. All children process information differently.
19 children and 2 adults killed by an 18-year-old gunman who reportedly walked into an elementary school Tuesday and opened fire.
As we see more and more of these horrific tragedies that are perpetuated by people who own guns and access to guns, I think it creates a dialogue that feels personal, but also needs to become political.
Children today accustomed to active shooter and lockdown drills and response plans to school shootings and gun violence more on the minds of education leaders.
It has been a major focus of the Department of Education since the tragic shootings at Newtown and Sandy Hook School. We've been focused on a number of efforts, providing information to schools, to parents, to families about how to protect themselves if they choose to own a weapon.
Scott Newgas, who oversees mental health and school safety, says it's important that schools address mental health from the beginning.
If a student is unable to focus, if a student is unable to feel safe, if a student is unable to concentrate, it will interfere with their ability to learn.
Education Commissioner Charlene Russell Tucker sent out a letter to superintendents reminding them of safety and mental health supports, noting that each district has crisis response drills and providing a list of mental health resources. Among that list, tips for parents on how to address and help children process traumatic events. We have a link to resources for families on our website, fox61.com. Live in the studio, Alicia Machado, Fox 61 News.